We've seen wilder things. Biggest winner and loser we got to talk about here from this latest ranking. Who's walking away, Jerry, feeling the best about their situation? Doesn't have to be someone inside the top 4. Doesn't necessarily even have to be someone inside the top 10. But who walks away having taken the biggest jump, feeling the best about their case?
Well, I guess I would say Oregon and possibly Michigan State. They lost, right? So they're losers and they're out of the playoff hunt. But they've still got chances at Oregon because they're going to play for a conference championship. But Michigan State with a win over Penn State can still get a New Year's Six game. So they could have lost worse. I'd say, I guess I'm thinking of that as a win, especially as bad as they lost. Michigan State is still in play for a New Year's Six game if they can win this week. Not guaranteed, but there is still a big bowl game out there in front of them.
Yeah, biggest winner outside the top 4 is Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. Beat Mississippi State on Thanksgiving night. He goes 10-2. His agent, Jimmy Sexton, just ups the ante for him going to Florida or Miami or staying at Ole Miss, but it ups the ante. Lane Kiffin is going to get paid if he wins, and they're going to go to a New Year's Six bowl, I believe, at 10-2.
All right, Jerry, taking a look at some losers now. I mean, your losers were also winners in some fashion. You did a great job of outlining that for us. But biggest loser when looking at this ranking is who?
It's definitely the Pac-12. I mean, they're out of the playoff again. Now, it took longer for it to happen this year than perhaps in the past, but they haven't been in the college football playoff since 2015. I mean, no wonder they want expansion and an automatic spot because it seems to be the only way they're ever going to get in. It's really been a struggle for the Pac-12 to be competitive at the top of college football. Oregon gave them a shot deep into this season, but ultimately they're going to be out once again.
We are 1 week deeper and one ranking further along, but it doesn't feel like anything's figured out just yet. You gentlemen have done a great job, but we need your prediction for your final CFP rankings. Dennis, we'll let you go first.
All right, I've already told you about Georgia. There's no way they can, or virtually no way they can move out. We are picking Ohio State. Jerry and I both like Ohio State. So there's only a couple of other ways this can go. If we assume Cincinnati is going to be undefeated, they're in, and that leaves a spot for the Big 12 champion if it's one loss. And I like Oklahoma State to be in the college football playoff. This is with the number 2 defense, number 3 defense in the country next to Georgia, number 2. Tonight, they're ranked in the top 10, top 5, top 6, top 7. They've only been ranked in the top 5 at the end of the season in their history only twice. And the last time was 2011. They've got the goods. They're at home at Bedlam. They're favored. I think they beat Oklahoma twice and get a huge bump and get into that top 4 and play for the national championship in little old Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Well, I've got Georgia number 1, which means beating Alabama. Ohio State number 2, which means winning out as well. And then number 3, I have Cincinnati. And number 4, 2-loss Alabama, who would have to be competitive against Georgia for this to be possible. But this committee has shown, I may have to rethink it after this week, but they have shown that they love Alabama. And if they are the first team since Clemson, to really give Georgia a game, I think that they could stay in the top 4 even with a loss, even with a Big 12 champion with 1 loss right behind them.
Jerry, I've been beating the 2-loss Bama drums since the first ranking came out. We saw the committee insulate Alabama. Maybe a little bit of subliminal there that no matter what happens, as long as that SEC title game is closely contested, that those are 2 of the top 4 teams in the country. We know our guy Dennis Dodd disagrees, but we got plenty of time to talk it out. Gentlemen, fantastic insight as always. We thank you. All right, let's take a look one more time at the odds to make the college football playoff. Georgia, a virtual lock. Minus 4,000. Don't play it. If you think they don't make it, if you think they lose their next 2 games, 18-1 is what you're going to get paid out. Ohio State, they're minus money, as is Bama, perhaps tipping a cap to what we could see in the SEC title game, or regardless of that outcome, that Alabama will be on the inside, or so says our guy Jerry Palm. Cincinnati, short plus money there at plus 125 to get the job done. If you're looking for some plus money, 4-1. Michigan. They could take down the Buckeyes. Looks like a clear road into the top 4.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.